Hey there, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be your first half of April reading. So I'm going to finish shuffling up. And while I do, I'm going to remind you that this is a general reading. I connect with energies all over the place. So there will be messages for different people. If something doesn't resonate for you, please take what resonates and leave the rest for them. So if you're new here, I'm Melissa, and I do tarot scopes, which are tarot readings based on zodiac signs, so like a horoscope from tarot cards. I also do Metaphysical Mondays, so every Monday I upload a video on a metaphysical topic, and last week we did an overview of sage, and not just sage, but smudging in general, and different things that you can use. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper, so I'm going to do a couple more videos on smudging, and this coming Monday is going to be specifically on using smoke. So different things that you can burn and use kind of the sacred smoke aspect. So please make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell. One more shuffle for Taurus, and we will get started. Okay. Bottom of the deck is going to be our overall energy for the reading. We have the Ten of Cauldrons or the Ten of Cups. All right, so that's a beautiful card. That is just an emotionally happy family. Everyone's cup is full. So I feel like our overall energy for the reading is going to be kind of a love reading. So let's see, what else do we have for Taurus? Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Justice. Okay. So we have Justice. Justice. Getting what's coming to you, getting what you deserve. And honestly, what you deserve is what you feel you deserve. So if you feel like something good should be on its way to you, then I feel like that's what you're going to get. What else do we have for Taurus? The Wise One. So maybe spending some time alone in contemplation. This is the Hermit card in the traditional tarot deck, the Rider-Waite Smith, however you want to configure that. It's the Hermit, so it's kind of like taking time for yourself and self-led kind of solitude, being in solitude, and like you're trying to seek the answers, but you don't want anybody else's input. I feel like that's kind of what might be going on here. That might be what's going on here. You need to get some me time in order to kind of be in this happy space emotionally. What else do we have for Taurus? The Star. Lots of majors in this Taurus reading. Awesome. So the Star. There are a couple of different things I see with the Star card. So one is either making yourself a priority, which I feel like that's kind of the direction this is going, but also shedding light on something. So being illuminated in some way with, I'm going to say with regards to this. So kind of making sure that you're taking care of yourself as much as you're taking care of others is what I feel. What else do we have for Taurus? The Tower. All right. So what I see in the Tower card from this deck is kind of escaping chaos. Not necessarily, it's not crashing down yet. The building, the tower itself is still standing. And I'm really drawn to the fact that it's shaped like a person. There's a face there. It's not really crumbling. I mean, you can see little bits right here starting to fall off, but mostly I see them getting out of it. There are people jumping. Like, that's not really necessary. They could have probably gotten out without jumping out the window. So I feel like it's more of an escape, trying to get out of a bad situation. So I feel like maybe that's why we have the Hermit. We need to get some clarity by getting some solitude. We already have 4 of the 5 cards I've drawn are major arcana, so we have some major shifting going on with you. Something spiritually uplifting. I feel like maybe you need to go through some tough stuff to get to a better place, to get to this. Maybe this is kind of your ultimate goal, something you're working on, something that's going on, but something that you're maybe not. Maybe you're taking it for granted is what I'm hearing. You're not really seeing the forest for the trees. Taking it for granted and forest for the trees, that didn't come from me. So I feel like maybe you know that this is what's going on, and so you're seeking some solitude to kind of get your shit together, to gather your thoughts, and to bring it all kind of inward, because I feel like maybe you know that that's what the problem is. You're maybe having some issues that you're dealing with, and you know that the best way to do that is to go within. And honestly, that's what I would always recommend. We have cards flying everywhere. The Lovers, another major, guys. Taurus, what is going on with you? Okay, so originally I said that this was going to feeling like it might be a love reading, and really there it is. There's our confirmation. So I feel like maybe this Tower situation is something within a relationship. I feel like this is a romantic relationship that you're not quite, you're not really feeling at home in, is what I'm getting. I'm getting at, you're not at home. So maybe that's why you feel like you need to take some solitude. Yeah, lots of majors. There's something major going on that you need to deal with. What is this? Hold on. This. Do you see that? Hiding in there, upside down, reversed and inside the deck. Upside down and backwards. Yeah. It's the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords to me is kind of like treading water is what I'm getting. But it's in reverse. So he's making his way, but it's in reverse. So I feel like maybe you feel stuck. You feel stuck in something. You feel stuck in you're stranded is more the word that comes to mind. Stranded. You feel stranded, maybe abandoned, and maybe that's what is going to work out best for you. Maybe that's what you need in order to get that solitude that you need. What advice do we have for Taurus? Advice. The Three of Swords. Okay. So we have some heartbreak going on here. Feel it is what I'm getting from this card. You need to feel it. Don't ignore those emotions. There's something that's not really very pleasant going on right now for you, Taurus. And I feel like the best thing, you're trying to get your alone time, your solitude. You're trying to seek, what you have going on in your heart. And I feel like you need to feel it. Don't ignore it. The advice that we're getting is to feel it. The best way to deal with your pain is to feel it. You need to go through it in order to get out of it, if that makes sense to you. What other advice or action does Taurus need to make? Two of Swords. There's a decision. So you need to make a decision. You make a decision on what you're going to do about this Tower situation. You have a Tower situation, which isn't looking good, but you're trying to get out of it. You're trying to get out, and you're trying to get your solitude to go within. But the advice I'm getting is feel the pain, and you're just gonna have to feel it. Let it run its course is what I'm getting. It's going to hurt a little bit. Something is going to hurt, but ultimately it's for the better. That's your goal. So I feel like the advice we're getting is to feel it before you make a decision. That came first. That's what I'm getting for you, Taurus. I know it sucks. I feel like there's going to be some kind of heartbreaking situation going on, some kind of emotional turmoil that you're going to be going through. But the advice that I'm getting from the cards for you is that you're going to have to feel it. you can't release something if you ignore it. You know, you need to acknowledge it. You need to see it for what it is, feel the pain, and then release it. And at the end of that release, there's a decision that's going to have to be made here. And unfortunately, I feel like the pain's going to come before the decision, but the pain is going to help the decision is what I'm getting. There's a choice. But that pain is going to direct you into the right path. But in order for you to get that which you deserve, in order for you to get that which you deserve, you're going to have to take that path. And that path is going to be painful. But it's going to lead you. It's going to lead you. Look at that. Up at the top of that path. It's going to lead you to a beautiful thing. And that's what this is. And honestly, there are so many major arcana cards on here. There's definitely a big shift going on within you. Your soul is shifting into something greater and something beautiful. But, you know, you can't have an awakening. You can't have an awakening without some kind of pain. It propels you. It gets you to where you need to be. And it sucks when you're going through it. But ultimately, that's the only way you're going to get there. Sometimes in order to get to that beautiful horizon, you're going to have to go through the spooky fucking forest. But I feel like you make it out okay. As long as you feel that pain first, the decision won't be as hard for you. The choice that you need to make will get you where you want to be. But if you don't feel the pain, you're never going to get there, and you're just going to be stuck in that denial of the pain for a long time. But I feel like as soon as you come to that place where you have to acknowledge the pain and feel it and go through it and then ultimately release it, is where you're going to get to that happy place. So I'm sorry that you're going to have to go through it. But I'm also not sorry, because I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to get to where you're supposed to be. And you're going to be grateful for that pain. And once you get to a point where you can be grateful for the bad shit, you know you've excelled, you know. So I really feel for that pain that you're going to go through, and I hold space for you. But you're going to be okay. I promise you'll be okay. Just keep going. Just feel that pain and then release it. But you're going to be great. You're going to do great. And I'm here for you. So thank you so much for sticking around. Please feel free to reach out for anything. So yes, I wish you the best for this first half of April. And I can't wait to see if the end of April in our next reading has better news. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, have a blessed day.